Well, hello, my name is Vincent Loran, retired Air Force, and the company I have is Ignite RPM. We offer leaders and managers growth mindset strategies to create greater self-awareness and self-regulation, which reduces stress, helps them get unstuck and achieve results. So CEO Mindset, I heard about it while I was attending the Camaraderie Foundation Mentor Leadership Program. It was an opportunity. We heard that Veterans Florida was the sponsor. So I know you're going to ask me also why I decided, because it was an opportunity for veterans to continue to grow, continue to learn, and continue to improve. I was viewing the situations and opportunities from a manager standpoint, not from a general. The line of sight and mindset that was more strategic from the higher echelons was not really where I was. So it gave me a bigger scope of really step off of the manager's level and move into the CEO/general slide. So really, yes. Yeah, there's a few things that stuck out. I guess for a lot of us, we, like myself, Imposter Syndrome was really one of being my worst critics. I basically have this quote that I adopted, and I'll share, is that one does not drown by falling in the river, one drowns by being submerged in it. So we all have to understand that we have some type of challenges, difficulties, but if we get drowned into it, we're never going to get out of it. So, and to get in the river, you have to understand there's so many folks that can help you. So that was, I think, one important factor. When it comes to the aha moments as well, as a solopreneur, you have to build that tribe to help you succeed. Yes, have the bail team, but also seek other business owners, other innovators, investors, other creative folks, and get out your own way. Also, I think the mindset that I was using and frame of mind was the references. I was trying to fix myself into the money, getting the money, but I really switched, and one aha moment was, passion over paycheck. So I started devoting more time towards that, especially in 2020, because I did CEO Mindset, one, I think September, October, and then two, November, December of last year. So 2020, I was gung-ho, ready to go, fully charged, getting my clients, doing some great things. And then, of course, the pandemic hit. A lot of things happened in our country with the civil unrest and multicultural issues. So I really had a bigger aha moment this year, and that was to refocus everything and shift and pivot, where I am now in a graduate program doing social work. So I am moving a little bit of where I am now to give back to the underserved, underprivileged, but I have to get my degree in social work. So a lot of changes since this inception, since this great opportunity I had last year. But one quote that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Everyone has the power for greatness, not for fame, because greatness is determined by service." So I will continue to serve.
That's awesome. So when will you be finished with the program that you have to complete?
Oh, well, the program just started August, so I just finished my first semester. Got my 2 A's. I finished in 2023 because it's a part-time opportunity, which gives me opportunity to continue coaching and doing some clients. So 2023, get ready, world. I'm going to be coming out as a social worker.
So before you took the course, were you looking to hire at all?
No, I was not looking before I took the course, because I literally started the company January 2019. So that the beginning of the year last year, I started, And where I was really trying to get a grasp of what to do next. I did leadership coaching through Georgetown, so I wanted to continue to offer that for business leaders and managers. So again, this put a lot of perspective. It was great to understand, different terminologies, the red rope, VIP, that was pretty cool. A lot of different things. It was very tactical level, but also strategic thinking. So it was a phenomenal program for anyone to attend that is either growing, pretty much has a company working through the minutia of things. So.
Did you end up hiring at all after taking the class?
No, because as I mentioned, January 2020 is when I started going down this great path, and everything came to a screeching halt when the pandemic hits. So no, but one thing I did wanted to do from that opportunity was diversify my portfolio. I did link up with another great veteran who is also part of the CEO Mindset, Enrique Acosta Gonzalez. Him and I are now co-hosting a leadership podcast called The Leadership Void, and we put it out there every Wednesday to address leadership areas that are needed to get yourself to the next level. And also we talk to veterans and military folks and folks that are supporting the patriots of the military community. So we do that every Wednesday. We've been doing that since March. That was one segment because we were really had already in the fire. We had classes set up to teach at Costco Business Center. We were ready to do that. I was already moderating a couple panels. So a lot of it was in the fire, but again, a lot of pivots and had to refocus and repivot. So I say now, I'm not chasing this business. I'm in a different race, but ultimately, in service to those that need it. So here I am.
That's awesome. Did you guys know each other before you took the class?
We actually met at the Camaraderie Foundation. So that was how we introduced one another. And we had similar businesses and similar passions. And we met every Monday at Starbucks for like 2 months before we launched the podcast. And he's doing great stuff with a different podcast as well. So it's been phenomenal. We're about to finish this year, the next 3 sessions, and then we continue going in 2021. So it's a great thing. And we definitely talk about a lot of tools given at the CEO Mindset we use. Is like, what happens if one of us are not going to be able to continue? What if we get divorced? So we think of all strategies going into next year, because you never know what's going to happen to either one of us. But we want to keep this going. So it highlights the greatness of the program. Well, I mean, it put into perspective, we all have the same 24 hours a day. And to the response of your question, I have been more strategic with my time to use towards the business, moving it from, this is not a hobby, this is a real deal. So you have to invest to reap the rewards. So more strategic with the time that I have. As far as clientele more or change, no, they're pretty much the same from the managers / executives. That has not changed. It will change as I finish my degree, but similar route, not as much as change in that arena. I think the fear that I think I overcame or really helped me understand where I was in life was, it's okay to get off the current path that I'm in. It's okay to get off that train. Being diverse or doing a different path and understanding that if it's not a failure, it's just a stepping stone. So if you're gonna fail fast kind of thing. So just understanding that it's okay to get off the train, to chase a different dream or chase a different path. Destination will be more rewarding in itself. Again, passion over paycheck. So it's okay. It's okay. Well, a CEO, I think at first, there's different words. If I think of the acronym CEO, of course, we know of it as Chief Executive Officer, but yeah, I think it has different meanings to me. It's controlling emotional outcomes is one, choices, emotional intelligence, and open-minded, So I think understanding yourself is the most important thing you have to start off with, your foundation of who you are, because as a CEO, you interact and interject with different individuals, and leading is influencing, is not dictating or telling. So you have to be good at where you at emotionally, physically, mentally. So for me, CEO is being in Zen for self first, and accept that we have to be vulnerable because that is a strength, not a weakness. And that's the best way to move forward, because if you're authentic, people will gravitate and will follow you. And you have to lead by example. So that, I think, is the cornerstone of a CEO, of any leader, and the definition I would give it. Well, one thing we will do is have the president and CEO part of our leadership podcast, because we want to get her on to talk about JULO strategies, one, but two, what I would say is really gives you the opportunity both strategically and tactically to grow or move your business to the next level. To my earlier point, you move away from thinking as a manager to thinking more like a general. So I think all those, and there's so many nuggets and there's so many pushes that are given to us during these classes that will allow us to have aha moments, to challenge our thoughts, to get us uncomfortable. But it's all rewarding for the better cause of your business or your own growth. I think it gave me opportunity to create greater connections. Be true to that red rope policy. I definitely know there's so many folks that you can gravitate to or help or be with or be surrounded, but you have to know who you want to commit into your life. So that was important. Your time is valuable, and put a price point to every minute, every hour, because to your earlier point, time is money. So you have to be strategic about your time. So those are great lessons I move forward as far as success. The success of connections. I'm with Enrique now doing a podcast, another great veteran, and different organizations we're teamed up with. So I think that success is universal there. Plus the success of me where I'm my next path and my next journey, but having all these tools that I can share with those that I'm going to be coming in contact with in the near future. So it was beneficial in so many levels.